Ida B. Wells she was part of the civil rights movement, and she was a data journalist. And so I thought about her because when you think about the role of data and its impact, Ida B. Wells was somebody who used data and examined and looked at incidents of hangings. So during the civil rights movement, why were African American men in particular being hung? And why was that the punishment for so many different crimes? And what she learned and discovered through her data analysis and assessment was that it was being used as a means to dehumanize, and that it wasn't a proper punishment, and it wasn't a punishment that fit the crimes. And oftentimes they were finding crimes to fit this punishment. And so because of her work, that led to many of the changes in policies and the way that African Americans were treated back then, because she was able to prove through data that this is what was happening in society. And then she got more people involved, and she was able to write about it because she was a journalist, and inform individuals and bring the communities together to talk about this, to protest this. And she was a part of a lot of those discussions. She was an African American woman who was doing this work, and she doesn't get talked a lot about during the civil rights movement, but her work was what led to a lot of the policy changes that said that you can't do this, and that this is not right, and this is not the way the law was intended to be. So it was huge. So she's somebody who doesn't get a lot of talk, but she's somebody who, when I learned about her, I said, this is what data is supposed to do. Data is supposed to inform the individuals that can drive change, and that is exactly what she did.